All right, everybody ready to go? Ready to go, Carla?
Yes.
Let's do this. Let's go. I'm so pumped up for today. Here we go. All right, hello everyone and welcome back to another 5K tennis discussion. Here we are on the 20th of February.
Yes, we are.
20th of February. Let's go. And we are already on show number 32, which is 32.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm talking about. Let's go. A lot of tennis news going on, a lot of tennis action. Indian Wells is close. French Open is knocking on the door. Exciting times.
French Opens. Still far away.
Still far away. Well, May. We've got a clay court tournament ongoing now in Brazil.
Yes.
So
Rio de Janeiro.
So tides are turning right now. The water is churning. We got some tennis news. We got a lot of tournaments going, a lot of results.
Yeah, a lot of good matches actually. See, usually last year I wouldn't even watch tennis that much. I'd wait for the Grand Slams, but now I watch almost every tournament. So.
That's what we do.
Plus, they're showing women's tennis, so
that's how we roll.
They did it last year.
Come on. All right. So as usual, Carla and I will put a link above in case you missed our last show, which was a good one, I thought. And thank you everybody for all of your feedback and all of your comments. So again, we'll put a link above in case you missed the last show. So hopefully everyone is having a great week. And if not, keep grinding is what we like to say. Life's tough. So always do your best to stay positive, and let's have a positive day today and have a positive show for everyone.
Yes.
Ready to go?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, so on today's show, we have the following. We have, as always, the new group member shout-outs. In other words, new subscribers, new people that comment. Again, Carla and I think of this as a family. Tennis is a small world, and we have a lot of passion about it. Just absolutely love it. And we respect the game a lot, and everyone involved here with our show. We will jump immediately into current tournaments and results, and we will finish the show off with future expectations for the following players: Roger Federer, Serena Williams, Juan Martín del Potro, who's back in action. Let's go. Tiafoe, Wawrinka, Osaka, Nadal, Djokovic, and Pliskova. Mm-hmm. Let's go. All right, and then if time permits, we will review or begin the pre-Indian Wells discussion as we have a racket giveaway that we are going to be doing, as we do for usually we did it for majors only, but now we're going to do a tennis racket giveaway for Indian Wells, and that racket is right in front of me, which is a Babolat Pure Control team that I have freshly strung with YTEX Strings Quadro Twist. One of my personal rackets. It's a used racket, but it's a nice one.
It is.
All right. So,
it still doesn't help him beating me, but it is.
What are you even talking about?
Nothing. Go ahead.
She always wants to talk about head-to-head matchups.
It still doesn't help him, but maybe it'll help you beat somebody.
Okay, wait a minute. Stop. She calls me Sharapova and she's Serena when stop. No, this is not cool, because the last time you and I played a match, we split sets and we had to stop because
that was like 2 weeks ago?
That was like 4 days ago.
I've been beating you the whole time. This whole week, this past
Wait a minute. We played doubles the other day.
Doubles does not count.
Oh, I'm fixing
Singles counts.
We played doubles. You were never on my team because it wouldn't be fair to the other teams.
Well, I won last week with my son, Christopher.
We beat you every time.
No, it's not true. We beat you the last time.
We played 4 separate sets.
He's counting doubles. Okay.
Forget about the doubles. The last time we played singles, we split sets.
No, Justin, I bageled you. Did you forget the 2 bagels and the 6-1? And you said, geez, you've been unstoppable.
Are you serious?
I'm very serious.
That's how you want to play this?
I'm dead serious.
The bagel, believe me, didn't happen.
I played with the Quadro Twist, and it was my other racket, and I beat you 6-0. It was like 6-0, 6-1. And then we played the next day. I switched to the other racket, and then I beat you again. Like 6-1.
But you don't remember the previous day where I beat you 6-1 and then I beat you the following time 6-3? You like to mention.
When did you beat me?
You like to
6-1, 6-3. When?
Carla. We're gonna move forward because this is ridiculous.
Let's move forward because you'll never give me credit.
You did not first.
Oh my! You know
we're gonna move forward. We're gonna move forward. But look,
if any of the guys out there in Dolphin Island that play golf, they watch our matches and they call us the tennis duel. They see me win a lot because they're always laughing. Anyways, but go ahead.
This is a subpar attempt at degrading my integrity. It's not a good one.
Next time we'll ask the kids. We'll put them over here, line them up, and ask them.
Look, I'm going to play nice on you today because we have to move forward. But you mentioned the times you beat me, but you don't ever want to talk about the times where I just whip you badly. You don't ever want to talk about them. But we're going to move forward because people are already going to get bored.
Okay, let's go.
Okay? What? You better hope it doesn't rain by the time we get done with the show because we're going to go out to the court.
Well, it probably will. We had a lesson today, but it's probably going to rain.
All right. So you ready to go, Carla?
I'm ready.
All right, let's get set. We're going to start today with new member shout-outs, and these are individuals that have commented for the first time or long-time members or people that have been subscribed to our channel that always help us out moving into each show and into everyday's topics. All right, so the first new member shout-out goes to Steve, and his username is just Steve.
Pretty simple.
Welcome, Steve. Where are you from? He had a wonderful comment about our last topic, and that topic was, will David Ferrer be inducted into the Hall of Fame? He had a nice comment on
he said,
it.
No way.
No, not going to happen. and yes, I do see that side of it, and I see the yes side of that too. Hall of Fame in any sport is supposed to be the best of the best. I think he has shown that over his very long career, David Ferrer. But I do get that he hasn't had a lot of success in terms of like major wins and so forth. Never won a major. So
he might be right. He might be right because I just saw the inductees as Mary Pierce this year, Lena, and Kafelnikov. So those were strong players.
Strong players, yeah. and Ferrer's not at that level, but he has done so much over so very long. Where we have to think about that.
Sure.
Next shout out goes to Ui Tiam Sang. Welcome you as well. Where are you from? We always like to know where everybody is from. So when you subscribe or when you link up or give us comments, let us know where you are from so we can give you the proper respect. The last new shout out is to someone who made some very good comments, and the name was No Return. Kind of like when I serve against Carla, she can have no chance at returning my serve.
If you watch the review that we did for Quadro Twist, you could see that he didn't return my serve very well.
Well,
so anyways,
thank you, No Return, for tuning in to one of our older videos. He made a comment today about a video that was from the end of last season.
Yes.
So thank you very much for that. And again, if you all are watching this, you can see all of our 200 plus shows stemming back to last year on this channel on our playlist, 5K Tennis Discussion. Yeah. All right. To end the shout-outs session, we're going to do 4 special shout-outs real quickly to the following people. B-Dog02, Simone Simanovic, Sean Vatajuv, and Adam West, who with all of them respectively said, helped us with our history or historical knowledge on Sasha Bajin, Osaka's previous coach at this point, for some forecasts on some major wins for a couple players that we're going to talk about later in the show, and some further thoughts about Osaka and will this coaching change or lack thereof at this point hurt her at all.
Right.
So thank you very much to you guys once again. All right, Carlo, let's jump right in. We took about 7 minutes and 30 seconds just to get started. Let's go right into tournaments and results.
Okay, we'll start with the men's at Delray Beach. Juan Martín del Potro from Argentina returned in action. He defeated Yoshito Nishioka from Japan 6-3, 7-5. It was so good to see Potro out there again.
It was really good to see Del Potro back. I'm sure there was a few people that were quite aggravated that a wild card entry gained the number 1 seed. I'm sure someone went in there with, I wonder who the 2 seed is there, I forgot.
Tiafoe won last year. Francis Tiafoe won last year. He was the defending champion. So
Yeah,
I don't know if he would have been the number 2 seed.
I don't know. I don't know. That's a great question. But sometimes when you have a late entry wild card and they get the number 1 seed, sometimes there can be some quite upset players in the mix. Nonetheless,
They shouldn't, because he won in 2008.
Nonetheless, 2008, it's like over a decade ago.
Doesn't matter. It sells tickets, and they sold those tickets. There were a lot of Spanish tennis fans out there watching him. The crowd was actually full, exciting, bright colors, not like the New York Open.
You know, when Del Potro steps on the court, it's almost like it turns into a football or soccer match. You know, the crowd starts, whoa, and I love that.
He's good for tennis. He's good for tennis. He brings in the crowd. So
he's really good for the crowd, and it's great to see him back. And Nishioka is a tricky player, by the way, too. And it was a tight match, but when it came down to the big points, Del Potro handled that. And we'll see how far this run goes for Del Potro. Or if he just gets injured again.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Okay, from the USA, Riley Opelka won his match against USA Tennis Sangren. 6-4, 6-love. So good for this 21-year-old, this tall guy, 6'11". He won his first title last week at the New York Open, and he's, moving along great. Future of American tennis?
No.
Future Isner?
No.
He is the future Isner. He has a big serve. Yes. He is the future. Can he have a good career like Isner did?
I don't even think Isner had a great career.
But he was number 10, and he's made.
Okay, is Isner a Hall of Famer?
No, definitely not. But can he have a better career than Isner, you think?
I think Opelka, by the way, was a junior Wimbledon champion first and foremost at one point. It goes to tell you that just because you won junior Wimbledon has zero relevance to whether or not you'll be a major winner as you turn into a full-fledged pro, right?
Sure.
We've had Dennis Kudla, an American player that was a Wimbledon champion. Nada after that.
We had Donald Young, who was a very successful junior. We've had Sam Querrey, who was another successful junior. Nothing happened, really.
Yeah, so they all diligently fight, but what I don't want to see, if we're going to talk about the future of American tennis, is I don't want to see another person that just blisters serves, and ultimately, if they get broken, they lose. You know, it seems like American tennis is all 7-6, 6-7, 7-6 if the serve is on. And then if the serve is not on, then it's like 3-6, 3-6, loss, 3-6, 4-6, 5-7, loss.
Well, I did see a lot of people make comments about when Isner and Opelka played against each other, like that was boring tennis.
Well, is it true or not that anytime the Opelkas or the Querreys or, let's be real, the Kevin Andersons,
yeah.
Karlovic, is it not true that if their serve is on, you don't even have to watch the match. You can figure it's going to end one way or the other, 7-6, 6-7, 6-7, 7-6, 7-6, and maybe 348, 346 in the fifth. But luckily, we have tiebreakers now for these few players that have changed the whole game. I won't get into that. But anyway, hopefully the likes of the Opelkas and the Isners and so many others do well.
Maybe he'll develop more. Maybe he'll develop into an all-around player.
Yeah,
we'll see.
Not really great to watch.
Okay, next match from USA, John Isner defeated from Canada Peter Polanski, 6-3, 7-6. So good match. Polanski's a pretty decent player.
So we did have a 7-6 in there. No problem with that. It happens.
It happens. That means Polanski let his serve down.
Yeah, he let us serve down.
Yeah.
So we had a 3-6er.
I only mentioned this match because this guy talks a lot, and he talks more than plays the game. Bernard Tomic from Australia was defeated by Andreas Seppi from Italy, 6-4, 7-5.
You know, Seppi is a tricky player. Seppi's been a veteran for a long time, Italian, I think. Tomic, though, as much as Tomic talks. Now, Tomic can be dangerous at Wimbledon. He can be dangerous on grass. But as much as this guy talks
he's not talking with that racket.
I'm going to whip Hewitt's butt if he gets within 3 meters of me or 9 feet or whatever the proclamation was. Come on, man. If you're going to talk so much bodacious smack, at least back it up by beating somebody.
Agreed.
Come on.
I mentioned this match because these American guys, they always play against each other. Mackenzie McDonald and Taylor Fritz. Well, McDonald defeated Taylor Fritz in 3 sets. Why do they always put these two guys in the first round?
Yeah, that's a good trivia question.
I mean, let's give these guys a better chance by mixing it up a bit better.
Or maybe the tournament...
And this was in Delray Beach, so this is in the USA, in Florida.
Or maybe the tournament directors or the draws makers just say, let's get rid of one of these guys that play basically the same Americanized, no disrespect to American tennis, but a bunch of loopy forehands, inside-out shots, always running around the backhand and trying to capitalize on a big serve. To me, Fritz McDonald is to Fritz or McDonald, and Isner and Opelka are to Isner and Opelka.
You're tough today, Justin.
Hey, I'm just telling you how it is.
All right. Well, next match, I mentioned this guy because I think he wanted to prove something to Hewitt. Nick Kyrgios from Australia defeated John Millman from Australia in 3 pretty close sets. So good match for Kyrgios. You know, he also gets the crowd in. I think he just proved a little bit to Hewitt, don't you think?
Yeah,
like in your face, I beat Millman, who you picked.
Yeah,
over
so,
me.
You know, there's been a lot of hocus pocus about, you know, the Davis Cup captain Leighton Hewitt, you know, one-upping on Kyrgios and Tomic over the Millmans and Dimanors, etc. Yeah, I'm glad Kyrgios won this just for his own sake, but I really and truly hope that eventually we get a Kyrgios that we've been talking about for years that matures a little bit and starts winning some matches. Otherwise, what a wasted talent.
It is. Well, Justin and I watched this match last night, and we were kind of like questioning ourselves about this one. Dan Evans from Great Britain defeated the defending champion of this tournament last year, Francis Tiafoe from the USA, 3-6, 7-6, 7-5, and wasn't Tiafoe up in the third set?
Well, Tiafoe had a chance, if I remember correctly. You all can correct me if I'm wrong, but I want to say Tiafoe was serving for the match in the second set and had an opportunity to do it again in the third set. I tip my hat to Evans here, by the way. That's been through a whole multifactorial stew of schmuck. And his upcoming, not saying Tiafoe or anybody has not, but I think we have had the luxury, if you want to put it that way, for me, the non-luxury of watching Tiafoe celebrate his way through the Australian Open, tearing shirts off, LeBron James
well, he made the quarterfinals.
Celebration. And yeah, he made the quarterfinals. And after that tournament, how much stuff did I read about him proclaiming that this was just the beginning? He was 30 in the world, and I'm going to finish this year in the top 10. Well, he lost after his first round bye, so his second round match, but really his first match at the New York Open.
Yes.
And now loses his first round match here. Ultimately, he walks to the sideline.
Smashes that racket.
Smashed the racket so hard, he broke it off and only had a handle in his hand. Who needs it?
You know, honestly, his tennis is really ugly. Forehand's ugly. Whoever taught him that forehand with the grip. The backhand is ugly. When he comes to volley, it's very awkward to watch it.
Hey.
And I question myself, how did this guy reach professional tennis? Like, there's so many talented players I see out there in the world, videos of them. And they don't make it.
It's not that he's that bad.
It's just awful tennis. I wouldn't teach that sort of tennis to any kid.
Anytime he sets up his forehand, he does this.
It's awful. And even the serve, it's just awkward to watch.
It's so mechanical. There's no fluidity to it.
I'd rather watch Isner play. Just saying.
Yeah, I'm not harping on Tiafoe. We wish the best for him. But when you have...
I don't see it. I just don't see it. He's not... he'll be like many of the other players. I think Blake will have a better career than
you make a quarterfinal, and then you start planning your celebration dances, and then want to meet LeBron James, and all this stuff. You've already dealt your card that now you want attention. I understand that. That's part of what human beings do. We want to garnish attention. But I think you spent too much time looking at how much attention you want to garnish or to attain, and you ultimately have really had a bad a situation in the past couple of weeks. Basically losing a first round match, less a bye in New York, and then just getting handled with an ultimately cool Evans here. So I don't know. I don't get it.
I don't know. Well, upcoming matches, 2 good matches to watch. 2 tall players. Juan Martino Potro will face Riley Opelka. So you have the 6'6" guy against the 6'11" guy. I have a feeling that Potro will put a stop to him.
As rusty as Del Potro may be, I would be shocked if Opelka can serve his way against someone that has a big serve and can actually play the court.
He can actually play the court, yes.
All right.
Next match, Australia, Nick Kyrgios against Radi Alberts from Moldova.
I think Kyrgios wins that easily.
I think so too. On to the next tournament, the Rio Open.
This was an interesting tournament. All top seeds lost right out of the bag.
The number 1 seed, Dominic Thiem from Austria, went down to Laszlo Deri from Croatia, 6-3, 6-3. Thiem has not had a good season, lost in the Australian Open to the young Papapirin, and lost at the Argentinian Open to Schwartzman.
You know, interestingly enough, I think Thiem's girlfriend, Mladenovic, beat Osaka, but yet Mladenovic lost in the next round to Carlos
What does
Suarez
that tell you?
Navarro.
What does that tell you about Saka's mentality right now?
Yeah, it's a little off. We'll get into that in a little while. But Dominic TM, wow, he had a deep French Open run.
Not a good clay season. I don't think I'm gonna pick him this year.
Yeah, I think
I
I'm going
picked
to
him
stay
last year.
away
I'm gonna
from
stay away
TM.
from him, yeah.
Yes, let's comment on what's going on with TM below.
I watched this match. Fun to watch this kid. I wish he was American. From Canada, Felix Auger-Aliassime defeated the number 2 seed, Fabio Fognini from Italy, 6-2, 6-3. This match, I had to laugh at Fognini. He got the umpire called a time violation. He started complaining that he was bouncing the ball. How can you call a time violation on me? And then he kept arguing, and then he would tell the ball boy, hey, please throw the ball at me, just so he could waste time so another ball boy would have to chase the ball. I mean, this guy, he's so arrogant.
I like Felix Auger-Aliassime a lot, Canadian kid. I know he's really buddied up with Denis Shapovalov, who's playing right now, I think, against Kukushkin and Marseille.
Yes.
Anyway, I like Felix Auger-Aliassime a lot, and I like him better, at least ability-wise, than Denis Shapovalov or Milos Raonic, the Canadian guys. And I know there's some other Canadian
He's
guys.
got some talent. I love the way he balled. All court player.
Calm,
He's got
collected.
everything. Yeah.
He didn't let Fognini's beard or his perfect outfit or perfect hairstyle or perfect headband or whatever it may be, he didn't let...
I've never seen such perfect eyebrows. It's like,
You know-
wow, this guy is like really well made up. I mean, he really
Yeah,
cares about his appearance.
Fognini for me, no disrespect to him on a personal level, but his court appearance, his showiness, his perfect outfits that are always so dark and black, they never have resonated very well with me, and I'm very glad to see the young Felix Auger-Aliassime get through his antics, get through his beard, get through his pretty looks, and handle them ultimately.
But he's not pretty. He just has the, well made up beard.
All right, let's go.
Okay, the number 3 seed went down. Marco Cecchinato from Italy went down to Hijas Badin from Slovenia, 7-5, 7-6. So another seed went down.
No shocker here. Cecchinato had a lights-out French Open run last year.
Made it to semis against Thiem, and Thiem beat him.
Yeah, and then, since then it's just kind of been the same old same. No shock there for me.
Match was suspended last night. Diego Schwartzman from Argentina was down 0-3 against Pablo Cuevas from Uruguay.
I don't have any ambitions for both of those players moving forward through Indian Wells or the French Open.
Well, the only upcoming match that I would like to see is Felix Auger-Aliassime from Canada against Christian Garland. A good match for him to move along, gain some points, and maybe not have to play qualifying for tournaments.
There you go. Yeah.
All right, on to the Open 13 in France. Russia, Andrei Rublev defeated Joe-Wilfried Tsonga.
I called this.
He didn't call it. I said Tsonga was going to win.
I told her for the match, Sabrina. I told her before this match, Rublev would win this. Rublev lost the first set. She was like, yeah, I see what you're talking about. You thought you were going to call it. Then the match flipped, and we had Rublev that took that match. I must give a shout out to Tsonga, though. He looks more fit. Looks like he's trimmed up a little bit since I've seen him recently, and he's been on a roll. But
he's been on a roll, but I don't get why he played this one and is not playing Indian Wells. I don't get that. I know he has some illness, but still.
Yeah,
I don't know why he picked this one. He should have given himself a break.
Well, he was in Marseille in France, and that's where he's from.
Probably. Okay,
has a little something to do with some maybe home field advantage, but still got drilled. Not drilled, it was a tight match. But I told you that would happen.
Number 5 seed from Spain, Fernando Verdasco, moves on, beats Egor Gerasimov from Belarus in 3 sets. So good for Verdasco.
Interesting match, good for Verdasco. As you know, I'm not a huge Verdasco fan, but good win, good match.
From France, Benoit Paire defeated Simone Bolelli from Italy in 2 sets.
Irrelevant for me. I'm not a fan of either player. Bolelli's been around a very long time. I'm not a fan of Benoit Pierre's collar. So I'm out on Pierre because of his collar.
Currently playing, number 4, Denis Shapovalov from Canada is playing Mikhail Kukushkin from Kazakhstan. And I think Kukushkin won the first set, and they were even on the second set.
Yeah, and just ending this tournament, I know we have Tsitsipas that's playing, we have Borna Koric, and we have Gilles Simon. So watch out for these guys too. Monfils withdrew.
Yeah.
He just won a tournament last week against Wawrinka in the final. So hey, great job for Monfils. He probably is just feeling it and wants to rest.
On to the ladies, the Hungarian Lady Open. The only match I can say, really, a player that you like a lot, that enjoy watching, Andrea Petkovic from Germany, lost to Anastasia Potapova from Russia.
Petkovic has been around for a while. She doesn't dance as much as she used to. Just kidding. But I think Petkovic always has the abilities to win. I just don't think she's ever put her entire package together from mental to physical and to on court.
On to the Dubai. The match that we were just talking about. Osaka, Naomi Osaka from Japan goes down to Kristina Mladenovic, 6-3, 6-3. But then she loses to Carlos Suarez Navarro in the next round.
Well, yeah, we talked about this as we ran up to this part of the show. And I really feel like after having watched Osaka's interview, when she, shed some tears and so forth, that she really doesn't even... She said it perfectly. She said, this time last year I was, 48 in the world, 70 something in the world. And I've just won the Australian Open. Most players would just be set with their season right then and there.
They need to give this girl a break.
Just give her a break.
She needs to take a break and just start at Indian Wells. I mean, big deal she lost. That doesn't mean anything. The slams count. Remember, Serena is a champion because the slams count. Everything else, it does not really matter.
Now, it's going to get interesting, though, when Indian Wells start. If I remember correctly, Osaka won Indian Wells last year, and that's worth somewhere around 1,000 points, I think. So if she doesn't win it, she'll drop 1,000, but I think she's enough in the lead to still stay number one for seeding moving into the French Open. Well, the French Open's not necessarily her best surface either.
Right.
So we'll see what happens, but give the girl a break. She's young.
Yeah.
She's 21, and granted, that's mature for a tennis player. And age-wise, but sometimes when I'm listening to her speak, I think maybe her mind is about a 16, 17-year-old level. So
maybe she's been babied a lot.
So maybe she was babied, whatever, no problem with that. That's great. She's female, whatever. She does seem a little bit behind maturity-wise off of the court. Mm-hmm. So just give her a break. I think she'll be just fine.
Angelique Kerber from Germany goes down to Sui Sai from Taiwan, 6-0 in the last
6-0 in the third. This Sai girl, she hits off both hands off both wings. She's been hanging around here lately. Let's keep our eyes on her as well.
Simone Halep, number 3 seed, moves on, beats Leslia Serenko, 6-3, 7-5. So good match for Halep. She's continuing her run. The number 2 seed, Petra Kvitova, defeated Jennifer Brady from the USA.
We're a minute ahead of that.
Okay. I know that.
All right, so
we watched this match. It just finished. Carolina Pliskova, the number 4 seed, beat Allison Risk from the USA in 2 sets.
Yeah, we watched this match, and I'm a Pliskova fan, and that's Carolina, right?
Carolina.
She has a sister, and I get them confused sometimes with their names, Christina and Carolina. Mm-hmm. But Carolina, after she lost to Osaka at the Australian Open, made a statement that, the only reason why I lost is because Osaka played at this lights-out level that is unbeknownst to me, I've never seen before, and there's no way she could ever replicate. Well, I tell you what, Allison Risk took Pliskova 7-6, 7-6, and almost had her in both sets. So I guess maybe Pliskova, who I like a lot, hope you win your first major soon, but I guess maybe Allison Risk played lights out because she almost beat you.
I just don't like her.
Watch our comments because they always come back and bite you. She won, but she almost lost.
Upcoming matches. Garbine Muguruza from Spain will play Slitovina from Ukraine. Sabalenka from Belarus will play Benchik from Switzerland.
I like it.
Yep.
I like it. All right, so we're going to move right into the next segment, which is going to be future expectations real quickly for the following players. Mm-hmm. Future expectations for the following players. Carlos, start out with Roger Federer. He's playing clay season, including Madrid and the French Open. What are your expectations?
I think he'll do all right. He's won Madrid twice. He'll be fine.
He's won Madrid twice?
I don't expect him to win the French Open, but I wouldn't be shocked if he did.
I think Roger Federer could win the French Open. Okay, he could. I'm not saying he will.
He's got a good chance. I mean, if he won Nadal, 2 Djokovic, and Federer would be 3.
I think he has a great chance, and I think we are all naive if we think this is Roger Federer's last year.
I don't think so.
He's playing clay to be fresher for Wimbledon, win or lose, more match practice. He is going to win another slam, and it's just a question mark of which one.
Right.
Future expectations for Serena Williams.
She'll do whatever it takes to pass that record, Margaret Court's record, and I believe that she will win another slam, tie her and pass her.
This ties into fitness. If she can go into Indian Wells and have a decent showing, not necessarily win it, continue to work, get the body back in shape, move a lot, get some wins under her belt, maybe a round or 2, get back in the gym, get fit enough. I think Serena could win the French as well.
She could
win the French as well. She can out-hit these girls, and the French slows everything down. So she can really open up some cans of butt kicking.
Yeah, and it looks like Kerber and Osaka having a little slump, with Pliskova, so she has a good chance.
She's top 10 now as well, which helps her out with draws.
Definitely.
Okay. Del Potro, he is back in action. What are the expectations of Del Potro moving forward?
He looks good, but I don't think he'll win another slam.
I don't
think it's a bit too late at 30.
Yeah, I don't think he wins another slam either. He's so injury prone at this point, nothing new. He's missed something like 15 of the last 30 majors or 30 slams. Came out and won a tight match in Del Rey, very rusty, and I think that will carry, I guess, the torch moving forward. I don't see him doing anything at the French. And then maybe Wimbledon and so forth, but we'll see. I agree with you. I don't think we see another major from Del Potro.
I don't think so.
If he wouldn't have missed the last 15 majors, gee whiz, would Murray have won?
He could have won more, yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, somebody would have won more.
All right. So last expectations are going to be Rafael Nadal and Novak Djokovic. I expect one of those two to win the French, honestly.
Same here. They would be my pick. I don't think it's a toss-up for me. Obviously, you guys know that. I think Nadal has a better chance winning the French than Djokovic does.
I agree with you as well. Well, I don't know about that.
Well, I think Djokovic has more of a chance of losing to someone in an earlier round than Nadal is what I should say. Now, if they face each other, that's a different story.
All right, so as we end the show for today, we were going to talk about a few more player expectations like Tiafoe and Wawrinka and Pliskova, but I think we kind of covered those. Pre-Indian Wells teaser, Carla and myself always like to do tennis racket giveaways. This is the racket I'm going to give away for this year's Indian Wells. This is a Babolat Pure Control team that I freshly strung up with YTEX's Quadro Twist, and we're still playing around with the rules and what the subscribers are going to have to do to win it. We usually do you pick all 4 finalists and a winner, and then you win it. And we've given away a couple rackets that way, but I think we're going to make Indian Wells even easier this year and then place a second place prize for that. So stay tuned for that video. We will do a video that we just talk on that subject alone. We'll sit here and we'll tell you what the rules are, what you need to do. And again, you always qualify for our competitions as long as you subscribe so we can keep track of who you are and so forth. So that will be the racket. It's slightly used. I played with it for a long time. Luckily, I have another one, but I'm going to give that racket, or we're going to give that racket away to you. So stay tuned for that video, just as we did one for the Australian Open on the racket giveaway there. So you can check out that video if you want to see kind of how the competitions generally work. All right, so that's it, everyone. Click a like below, subscribe below. Please share our videos. Please subscribe again to our channel. A lot of people watch but don't subscribe, but that's how you qualify for these prize giveaways. We have a lot of older videos too as well. You can check out all those videos on our playlists respectively. Thanks so much to all of you. Without all of you, we don't have a show. So unending thanks to all of you. Much love. Without you, we don't exist. So thank you very much. We'll see you Friday or Saturday for the next show. And as the lovely Carla always says,
adios.
Adios.